Hello, hello. Whiskey Cactus here. We're back with more Tales of Xillia. Yeah. Yeah, it was on vibrate this time, but it still made the noise of the vibrate. You know, I don't know. I don't need to have my phone here, but, like, I do just out of habit. And it always makes noise, and it always is just like, hey, I don't need to make that noise. I don't know if that got picked up on the mic. If it didn't get picked on the mic, then who cares? Let's load the game up. We made it to Canbelar, which is the capital of Ojul. And our goal now is to see the king, and we have a lot of things to talk to the king about, but he's also the king, and we're just us, and, like, are we gonna just go talk to the king? That feels like something the king would be like, nah. But I don't know, we gotta head to the inn. We've got a few of these things. We got the pink emerald. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Yeah, so we don't have any side quests. But we also haven't really explored much. What is this? Is this items? Let me see if I need items. Do I need items? Not particularly, no. Okay. We can expand shops. That would be a good idea. Let's just do that. While we're here, I'm sure we have... Yeah, hell yeah, we do. Yeah, we can now buy treats and specifics, which is great. Let's expand shops. Again, we'll expand... Oh my god. Get ready for all the weapons you can possibly imagine. 41. We're gonna skip like 6 levels of weapons. Alright, armor shop. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, the Great Trees fruit. Why not? We should probably save that. We should save that for a 3 times multiplier. We should definitely save that for a 3 times multiplier. Although, who fucking cares? Am I gonna remember? Am I gonna remember to do that? No. No, I'm not. Alright, these are not worth anything. Block of quartz, also not worth anything. These are not worth anything. I need to not sell these. Or I need to not use these as... because they might be worth money. So we're going to hold on to those. Ecor, again, wait for a 2 times multiplier. Alright. Boom. Bunch of shit. Bunch of shit. Alright. Food vendor. Let's do that, and boom. Good stuff. Okay, so now that that has been expanded, I would like to go to the weapon and armor shops, and we're gonna stock up nice and good. What is this? Weapon shop, let's do armor first. Are you armor? That's accessory shop. No. We'll come back to that too, but why are they all separated out? Where's the armor shop? Oh. There it is. There it is. Alright, so we should have new armor for everybody. So we're just gonna dump all our money into armor. Fire helm. Yeah. Just do it. Just dump literally all the money. And now we just got new armor. Now we just got new armor. Isn't that great? Let's sell all the old stuff. No reason to keep any old armor at all. So we have almost some money. Can I sell... Let me sell... Mud rock is not really worth anything. Rock salt is worth some money. Block of quartz is worth some money. Ancient fossilized insect is worth, and then this iolite ore. It was only worth 1 point in the place for expansion, but it's worth 10 grand. So there we go. There we fucking go. Now we have money. Now we have money to spend on weapons. Let's do it all over again. I don't think we do have money to spend on weapons. These weapons are fucking expensive now, man. Like, we could potentially go with the slightly less expensive ones. But at that point, I don't know. It's still a nice step up, but it's not much. I think we'll be fine, as long as we have the best armor.
Build a city in such a high place. Well, I guess maybe it's just more impressive.
As long as we have armor, I think we'll be okay. Are there any good accessories? I tend to not really care much about accessories, which maybe I should care more. Got Might Ring. Increases strength by 10%. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, these are all pretty solid things. Black Onyx is HP increase, yeah. Can't do reverse dollar monocle. Do we have... Yeah, that's all standard stuff. We got capes. Capes for different elements. We got boots. And we got these things. Symbol, guardian symbol, magic symbol. Holy symbol. We don't seem to have any thing like fairy ring or emerald ring or any of that stuff. I think we'll be okay. So we need to go to the inn, but before we go to the inn, this is outside here. This is into the Xillia Woods Temple. Is this gonna let me? It is gonna let me go into the Xillia Woods Temple, which is great. There is the temple ahead. I don't remember what there is to find here. Don't think there's a mysterious jewel in this area. Not 100% sure. I don't remember every single thing. But we'll explore a little bit. A little bit of exploring. We can actually go into the Xillia Woods Temple. You're a, what are you? Oh. Okay. Before I do that, I feel like it won't let me go that way. Let's go in here. So this is interesting. That's an interesting thing. We'll get to that at some point. That'll be a thing that we'll do something with. This is like, it's an abandoned, like, it's an old temple, but it's almost like a, I don't know, a monastery or something? Not quite. Yeah, I don't think there's anything worth finding in here. There might be something out on the balcony. Possibly. Possibly not. Alright, I don't think there's gonna be any real reason to poke around here yet. Well, this will be a thing that we'll do something with later. Now, we might be able to go into the Xillia Woods. I don't know if we have any reason to. These guys might actually stop me from doing it. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Can't go into the Xillia Woods. There is, I believe, one of the Devil's Arms beasts in the Xillia Woods. So we gotta be careful about that. Don't accidentally run into... Okay, don't accidentally run into a big scary boss fight we can't handle. Alright. Dude, Fire Emblem Engage comes out this week. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for what it's going to do to my free time. I'm probably going to have to do less shiny hunting in Pokemon in order to fit it in. Which I guess is kind of okay, because I've done a lot of shiny hunting already. Also, Poison Terra Greninja's coming out. I don't know. People are saying Clodsire for that raid. That seems like it's gonna lack some offensive pressure. I don't know. If he has Ice Beam, then, you know, Clodsire's fucked, isn't it? I don't know. Cinderace sucked. I hated that raid. Charizard was easy. Not a fan of the Cinderace raid. So, I don't know. I feel like Greninja will be easier than Cinderace. Maybe. Unless it has Battle Bond, then we're all fucked. Ain't nobody getting a Greninja. Alright. Anyway. Here we go. Let's go to the inn. Although, I might be able to ride the cable car up and explore this other area first. Is that the tech? Is that what we do? Hi. Yeah, I want to ride on the slide car. Yes, I want to ride on the slide car. You are damn right.
So that was the rumored mountain slide car.
That's a lot of people.
You sure like high places.
There's a lot of people. Are they all waiting in line to see the king? Because, shit. It's gonna take forever. Okay, well... Oh, you got a wyvern also. That must be the royal wyvern. Alright, well, there's nothing else up here. So, let's go to the inn. Let's go to the inn and continue the story. Let's get it done. In we go. Huh. Also, we gotta check this place for potential... It's a food vendor. Potential side quests. Anything in here? Just somebody dusting. Nothing to loot. It's because the maid's in there. She would see me loot. And I don't need to be a fugitive here also. Syrup bottle. I don't need syrup bottle. I have 15 syrup bottles because I never use them. I would like a mysterious jewel, actually. That would be ideal. Dark bottle. Almost the same thing. Almost. Almost the same thing, but not quite the same thing. Alright. I guess we have to pay to continue the story. Where is Jurgen?
Jurgen still isn't back?
Not yet.
Elise, wanna do some sightseeing?
Miss Elise, why not join Leia?
Come on, Elise. Gosh, now that Tipo's giving us the silent treatment, I guess I need to pick up the slack.
You talk more than before?
That's
Impossible.
rude.
Nah. Hey, just because Tipo's gotten quiet doesn't mean you have to. I'd love to hear more about you, Elise, in your own words.
Shut up, Leia. You're the one holding us all back after all.
Excuse you.
Huh?
Elise, that was uncalled for. You should apologize.
You must have really crossed the line if Mama Mila's scolding you.
I hate Mila. And Leia, too.
Oh shit.
Hey, where you
Someone's having a temper tantrum.
Ouch. That stung a little. Not gonna lie.
Please, do not let it get to you.
I'm fine. We need to get Elise back.
Well, shit. Not a fan of that. Don't love that. Okay, well, let's go get Elise back. Where did you run off to, Elise? with your little temper tantrum. What's weird is the whole Leia holding the team back thing is kind of, like, that's not the first time that's been mentioned, but it's, like, not... Oh. It's not, it's not brought up enough to the point where, like, where it starts to matter to the story, it seems like it's kind of coming out of nowhere. It's weird. Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing here, Zhao? Why are you here? Hi, Zhao.
No reason to be alarmed. This is purely a chance encounter. Nothing.
Uh-huh.
Elise, I'm sorry about before. I can't imagine how lonely you must be without the old Tipo. I know I have a bad habit of opening my big mouth without thinking. Please forgive me. No.
No.
Come on, don't say that. I'll beg if I have to. I thought you and Mila were my friends. I hate you. I hate you. Can't you see that I'm just worried sick about you? Liar! You don't care about me at all. I don't want to be friends anymore.
Well.
Miss Elise, everyone is being kind to you right now because you have them so concerned. You say that you feel hurt, but have you considered your own actions? Do you realize that Tipo's words were just as hurtful to Miss Leia?
I hurt Leia?
Yeah.
Well, hurt is a strong word, but you took the wind out of my sails, that's for sure. I had no idea.
I mean, what did you have no idea about when you said I hate you or I don't want to be friends anymore?
I am certain she will forgive you if you ask nicely. Forgiveness is the sign of a true friend.
Leia, I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Sure, but under one condition. From now on, I want you to tell me more about yourself using your own voice.
Huh. You're not the boss of her. You're only 3 years older.
Tipo, stop! Elise? Yes? Even if it's only 3 years, I'm still older than you. Right.
Bossy Leia is scary Leia!
There's a lesson here, child. Never take your friends for granted.
What the fuck is your deal, Zhao?
So what do we do now?
You lock her in the basement, and then you're trying to teach her life lessons about friendship.
For the 100th time, let's not cause any trouble for Jurgen.
That's no good? It sounded like a good idea to me.
Alright, can we go back to the inn now?
Tipo, please! Stop saying mean things to Leia!
But that's on you, Elise.
No! I don't want to insult my friends!
But at the bottom of your heart, don't you want to?
No! You're wrong! Don't say things like that! Bad, Tipo, bad! Hey, take it easy, you two! But Tipo's been saying horrible things! It's alright. I don't mind.
Always meddling with us just 'cause you're a few years older.
But I like it when Leia meddles.
Yep, she really does feel that way.
Oh, thanks, Elise. Guess I'll keep right on meddling then.
Okay, 1 second. No. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go.
Dude, we're such great pals!
Don't often get bots, but sometimes I get bots.
Hey! Why do you always chomp my face?
As a sign of affection.
I've never seen Tipo get so close with anyone else.
Well,
before.
what does that
So
mean?
that was like a Tipo kiss.
It was? My first kiss was stolen by Jude?
Stolen? That should be my line.
Also, it's a stuffed animal.
I can't believe I'm having this conversation with a puppet.
Don't be coy, Jude. You have to take responsibility.
Oh, Jude.
Responsibility? Responsibility for what?
Hi. You have a side quest for me? Have you seen a rat pig around here? I have not seen a rat pig. Raising her for my wedding, but she ran away. Serve roast rat pig? Well, maybe that's why she ran away. I guess we'll look for the rat pig.
Oh, that was good eating.
Tipo, what exactly is it that you absorbed from foes?
I'm not really sure. It's like their energy or enthusiasm.
Is that nutritious?
Beats me. But when I'm hungry, before I know it, I'm chowing down.
You really are a peculiar creature.
Yeah.
What does enthusiasm taste like?
Chicken.
It depends on the person. For example, yours tastes like strawberries.
Interesting.
What? When did you absorb mine?
I don't need to absorb it to know. I can just tell.
Huh. That does sound appetizing.
Wait, what?
Fucking Tipo, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic, but he doesn't get enough. What's the word? Not development. It's just like I feel like we just don't know enough about the why Tipo is Tipo, right? Like we know about boosters. We're starting to learn about boosters. But why does Tipo voice Elise's thoughts? And like we don't really know that. It just kind of is. So it's weird. You behind this rock? No. You're behind a rock somewhere. I know that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, better plug in. 1 second. Hold on. No. Don't die on me. There we go. Oh, great. I should have paused. I didn't pause. Try fire. Yeah. Hell yeah. You also try fire? You are also try fire. Big damage. Big damage. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I've got fire on my weapon now. There we go. And big damage to you, Snow Dragon. There we go.
I can still do better.
Alright, so we gotta find a rat pig. Where is this rat pig? It's gotta be out here somewhere. Mon Highlands Central region? That sounds right. Maybe? Look for a big rock. It's behind a big rock, I know that. At least I think I do.
It's snowing.
It sure
It's
is.
snowing.
I just thought up a snow song. It snowed last night. It snowed last night. Mila and the four had a picnic.
white.
What a great
That was a great song.
That was perfect.
That was a great song.
That.
Elise has a new hobby?
Well, there you go. Missed this treasure chest before. We got geode. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I got those geodes that I missed. That's gonna help me a whole lot. I spy a rat pig. Hello. Found you. You must be the centerpiece for the wedding. Oink oink. Or we could just let it go. We could just let it go. And not have it be killed for the wedding. Well, I tried. I tried. Alright, so let's turn in this quest. I think that's the only thing that was around before we go back to the inn, so that's good. Alright. Back we go. Now I think... What kind of food do we have? I just want to check what kind of food we have. Items. We have like... Where's our full course meals or whatever? Oh, here we go. Food. What do we have? Do we have defense increase in battle? Yes, we do. We have yakisoba. 20% defense increase. 30% we still have veggie sticks. Alright, that's good. I'm going to keep that in mind because I think it might be useful later. Alright, back to Cambalar we go. To deliver this rat pig. Oh, hello. Alright. Where are they? The Mon Highlands. Fuck it. Well, we're here. Let me just turn in this quest and then we'll go back. Then we'll go back. I just want to do it before we move on with the story, just because I don't know when the events close off, and whatever I get might be useful. I don't know. Here you go. Turns out my fancy's family doesn't like rat pig meat. So instead of roasting her, she'll come and live with us. Oink. That way we can eat her in a pinch if there's ever an emergency. I don't think we're the good guys here. I think we should have just let the rat pig escape. Huh. Alright. Let's do a save, and then we'll go fight these monsters. Do ourselves a save. Fight the monsters. Then once we've fought the monsters, we can go back to the inn to wait for Jurgen. I need a mount, so that I don't have to be all slow when I run through here. I need a dash button. It's so slow. Like I could fast travel. Actually, I probably could fast travel. Let me see. Can I fast travel to the no, I can't. To the Silent Cave entrance. No. No, I cannot. Go away. Alright, we go fight some monsters. Over here. It was over by the Silent Cave? Is that what they said? Yeah, those guys. I spy them. There they are. They're there. That's them. These guys. Alright. What are you guys weak to? Fire. Perfect. Let's try fire. Boom. Yeah. Where's the... No. What's the... Lightning? Wait. Where do I have Whirling Assault? Oh, it's down. Okay. I forgot what my shortcut was for Whirling Assault. That's alright.
You get along so well.
Oh my god. Alright, well. There we go. We did the thing, and we go back to the Lilium Orb, because that's where we live. We got this as Dex. Okay, so I want to increase... I did increase Vitality. That's Strength. What's this one? Agility. Alright, I'm gonna go Strength. That gives me some more SP. So we'll have to see if there's any skills I can learn now with 9 more SP. We have Vitality and Psyche, which is good. Was there any other, like, big thing I was waiting on? No. Okay, so we can add those two. Perfect. Does anybody else have... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Skills. Does anybody else have enough space for things? Probably not. Elise might. There we go. Rowan does. Alvin does. Alright. Not bad. Okay, so we can go back to Cambalar now. Turn in this quest. What do we get for this? Earmuffs and $6,000. Take the $6,000. That's great. Earmuffs are fine. Also. Alright, let's go to the inn. Wait for Jurgen. I have to spend another $300 to advance the story. It's highway robbery. Oops. Uh-huh. Fucking Jude. Uh-huh. I feel like I stumbled into a side event that is unvoiced, unfortunately. If I knew it was going to be this long, I would have started reading it out loud, but I thought it was going to be something quick. Well, that was nice. We got a little scene. What am I doing? Oh, head to the castle. I thought we were... Okay. Okay. Okay, my reading comprehension. I knew that. I was testing you guys. Here we are. We've made it.
That's quite the line.
Yeah, we're gonna just cut in front of all of it.
The king really does listen to his people.
The king of Azul is well known for his charisma. It is said he unified this strife-torn country on the strength of his character alone.
A guy like that is sure to help us.
Yeah.
Charisma only goes so far. If his government is secretly producing children like Elise, then he must answer for it.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Jurgen.
Sorry, we were getting antsy.
No, this is actually perfect timing.
Are we good to go with the wyverns?
Yes, I got royal approval.
Yay.
And something incredible happened when I requested an audience for Mila.
What is it?
When I told them your names, they said His Highness was looking forward to meeting you too.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Are you all famous in Rashagal or something?
I don't think so.
I don't like that.
Word of the tournament has reached His Highness. Great honor
I don't think that's what it is, Jurgen.
Anyway, I need to head back to Shandu to ready the wyverns.
Quite the unexpected welcome.
Yeah, it's very sus.
Is it?
I have a bad feeling about this as well.
You do? It beats not getting to meet him at all.
Keeping secrets from us again?
What's up, Alvin?
Of course. I have to maintain my mystique for the
Yeah, but
ladies.
for real, though. Stop trying to Scooby-Doo your way out of answering the question.
What does he mean?
They say men with secrets are attractive or something. I'm not exactly the right guy to ask.
Come on. Let's go say hi to His Highness.
Alvin, we really need you to be straight with us.
Don't worry. I know you've put your trust in me.
Uh-huh. Okay, dude. I swear to God, if we're walking into a trap, I'm gonna throttle your ass.
Country. Gaius's castle is actually pretty modest.
I think that's admirable.
What would be more admirable is if he didn't have a castle in the first place. Could, you know, have all the homeless people live in that space instead. Or you could just have a castle, that's fine too. Can't really say you're of the people when you're above them, though. Alright, into the castle we go. Before we go that way, let's just double check all the other things. Make sure there's nothing here. Make sure there's no other things. And then, okay, now let's go. Why, hello there. We've come to see the king.
Halt! Citizens seeking an audience with the king are to wait in line outside the castle.
We were told the king wished an audience with us.
Is one of you Lady Mila?
That's me.
Very well. Please proceed.
What's the holdup?
I don't believe a doll is appropriate at a royal audience. I thought we might leave it here.
You sure? It's okay.
I'll hold that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let us meet this king.
Alright, no Tipo. Here goes. What the fuck, Zhao? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
That's what I said.
I am Zhao the Immovable of the Chimeriad.
Uh-oh.
Myriad?
They have a title.
Warriors in personal service to the king. To think Zhao was a member all along.
That's never a good sign. Oh shit, it's that guy! We've seen that guy. Very briefly in the past.
It is a great
Chief of Staff Ilbert.
Ah, and you are the ebon wing of Azul. Wingle the Nova.
You
Wingle.
must be the king of Azul.
My name is Gaius, King of Azul. Welcome, Maxwell.
You have requested an audience with the king, have you not? Now please, state your business.
Boosters made in your country have already fallen into Rashigal hands. If a war were to break out between your nations, then the results would be catastrophic for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh. And you came all the way here just to tell me that in person?
Yeah, that's some charisma right there, man.
Yes, Your Highness.
We're planning to destroy one of Rashigal's weapons, a really big one at that. Once that thing's gone, we know that Rashigal's king wouldn't dare declare war on you. In fact, we hope that you might, help us.
Is there anything else?
Yes, there is one other matter we'd like to discuss. It is in regards to the booster laboratory within the Royal Hunting Grounds.
Is it true you once abducted orphans for this facility, and then you performed experiments on these children?
Well, I didn't see that one coming. What does any of this have to do with you,
Answer the
Spirit?
question.
I am Maxwell. It is my duty to protect both humans and spirits alike.
Really? Spirits protecting humans? Now that is quite an interesting tale.
You forsook your duty as king, and then you toyed with the lives of your own people, didn't you?
The laboratory is entirely my responsibility. It was a haven for those children. They would have died without it. You imagine it as a mad scientist's lab. But I assure you, the experiments were entirely humane.
You expect us to take your word for this?
And did they have a choice?
But I was...
This girl, she was that test subject?
Yes, she was.
Even in Hamil, Elise was forced to live in a tiny room. Don't you consider that
Cruel?
Well, yes.
Tell me something, boy. Have you ever considered what it takes to achieve happiness?
To achieve
Well, apparently it's locking a girl in a tiny
To
room.
try and live a satisfying life. How do you think one can achieve that? Do you even know?
It's a very bold change of subject.
It takes freedom to make your own decisions, and to
I
form
notice
your
we're
own
not talking about the laboratory anymore.
Exactly. It takes freedom.
Well, I disagree.
A king would, wouldn't he?
When a man loses his way in life, the ground beneath him starts to slowly crumble until there is nothing left.
What do you mean? Nothing left?
A man who cannot find his way becomes trapped. The more he struggles, the deeper he sinks into uncertainty. True happiness comes from following a noble path across an entire lifetime without getting lost. My country does not produce failures. It is the king's duty to show his people the proper path. I must keep them from becoming completely trapped.
And so that's why Elise was locked in a small room? So that she wouldn't be completely trapped?
Let me tell you in no uncertain terms why I've called you here. Maxwell, I know you stole the key from the laboratory in Rashigal. Now hand it over immediately.
Yeah, we don't have it.
I won't. The key was not meant for human hands. When faced with the power that can destroy the entire world, no human can control him or herself.
It seems as though you haven't heard a thing that I just said, Spirit.
something about royal guidance and noble paths. I've heard it before. You humans never change. I've watched you for 2,000 years.
All right. Then why don't you just tell us where the key is?
Yeah. Sup, Alvin?
Alvin. What are you doing?
But you can't.
Alvin.
Sorry, guys. I'm just doing my job.
Alvin, who did Maxwell entrust the key to?
The handmaid Ivor. He's probably sulking back in Nia Kara as we speak.
Oh shit.
Al, what are you doing here?
Hey, Pressa. Long time no see.
Pressa, what is it?
Ignore them. Give your report.
The Rashigal army has invaded Hamil.
Again?
What did you say?
I'm afraid the casualties are high. Those not killed were captured. They were then sent to Rashigal. We also found evidence that the power of a great spirit was used upon the village.
I'm sorry? A great spirit?
Great spirit. But no one has successfully summoned the 4 great spirits for 2 decades.
Impossible. I would have known if the 4 great spirits had been released. Could it be the Lance of Kresnik?
Sure seems that way.
That Nautical has made a new key?
If that's the case, then we're declaring war. Send word to all the clans. I am going to crush anyone who dares to harm my people!
Bye, Gaius.
Well then, we will no longer have any need for the likes of you. But if His Highness were to have the Spirit Maxwell as his captive, even the unruly clans would be forced to bend their knees.
Yeah, surprise, it's a trap. Imagine thinking this wasn't a trap.
Well, don't just stand there! Come on, run!
Welp. Bye, Alvin, you piece of shit.
Recover the test subject.
Alright, well. Yeah, this is still the team I want, so that's fine.
Mission accomplished!
Thanks, Tipo.
You knew that we'd have to escape, so that's why you left Tipo with the guard.
Yes, I knew that it would end up being Mila who treated with King Gaius. And when Mila fully expresses herself, well, I figured something would happen.
I see why you were cautious.
Yep, just as predicted.
Oh, I know what that's called. That means Mila's a troublemaker.
Yeah, kinda.
Yo, Mila! Did you hear the whole thing?
I can't deny the truth of your words, but there is one thing I'd like to add. By that definition, wouldn't Tipo be a troublemaker?
Tipo's absolutely a troublemaker.
What? You're not gonna defend me?
Alright, hello. Let's fight. Let's you and me fight. So Gaius thinks that freedom is, no failures allowed. And that people need to be led by a strong, authoritative hand. That's true freedom. Because that makes sense. Gaius is a very interesting character, and the way this game treats him through the course of it. We'll see. Can't say I much care for Gaius. Yeah. Stop using lemon gels. Yeah, you thought you were gonna use another lemon gel, huh? You thought. That's what you thought. You were fucking wrong.
The likes of you will not stop
Leia has leveled up. To the Lilium Orb. Alright, so I did the same thing with Leia that I did with Mila, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's get this. And that. And that. And that. Beautiful. Now, she's got more SP. Can equip Psyche, and I don't think there's really anything else that needs to be equipped on you at the moment. So, yeah, we can just hold off. Alright, so we're going to get on out of here. We'll fight. I guess we can fight some more people. Guess it's not that big a deal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, can you stop doing that? That'd be great. Boom. You love to see it. Boom. No lemon gels for you. No lemon gels. None.
That wasn't too bad.
Alright, Jude leveled up. Okay, Jude. Let's start getting you some skills. Like this one. And this one. And also these. Very good. Very good. Alright. Let's get on out of here. We'll fight this guy on the way out. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's fight him. Ow, ow, ow. That wasn't great. Don't love that. Attack me, bitch. Don't attack my healer. That's so rude. Okay, we can use some healing here, please. Can we heal a bit? Damn it. There's some healing. Alright, we recovered from that pretty well. Pretty well. Jesus Christ. Maybe Rowan would be good here. I don't know. Seem to have some problems with crowd control. Fucking God. You guys are really tanking. Dude, go down. go. Good lord.
There's always...
Okay. Well. Alright, so strength isn't really necessary for Elise, so I probably want intelligence first. So let's come on down this way. That's probably going to be the same for Rowan, too. I'm going to work on that. And yeah, Rowan, we've kind of gone in a different direction. Guess, well, we want Vitality for... He's probably a level behind, that's why. That makes sense. Or we did something else, I don't know. Whatever. Good. Out we go. Fucking Alvin, huh?
So, Alvin really was a big fat
Yeah,
liar.
for like the 3rd time.
I assumed he had his reasons, but this time he took it too far.
Stupid traitor, let me at him!
Why would he betray us like that?
I'm afraid even I can't read his mind.
How could he do this to us? He better not show his face around us again.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, how we getting out of this one? How we gonna get out of this one?
It won't open.
If we can reactivate the 5 control stones, we may be able to unlock the gate. Pour your mana into the stones until they glow red.
Just like at Fort Gandala.
The gate will not unlock, however, unless we all activate the stones at roughly the same time.
Wait, I've never done anything like this before.
Don't worry. Just use your mana as you would when casting an art.
There's no time. We've only one chance.
Let us begin.
Okay. How's it going, ATD09? Oh, here they come.
Done.
That's good to hear.
I'm finished too.
Same here.
I did it. Come on, come on.
Did we kill... Where's the story at now? Did we kill the weapon? No. So, we're still trying to get back to Fenmont, which is where the weapon is. We need to use the wyverns to get there. We need royal approval to get the wyverns, so we came to the kingdom to talk to the king to get royal approval. Turns out the king is, well, we're on the verge of war here between the two countries, and that kind of is taking precedence, but apparently the king decides that having Maxwell as a captive would be more useful. So now we're on the run from both kings, which is great. But we still have to get to Fenmont to destroy the killer weapon. Alright, hold on. Before we go into that town square, I am going to preemptively, because I'm pretty sure I know what's coming. Veggie sticks. We're going to have a nice old veggie sticks meal. Oh joy, indeed. Can I go in here? No, okay. Alright, well I haven't got a chance to hit the save, but that's okay.
Nobody leaves me behind at a party.
Hi, Pressa.
Pressa, was it? If you've been Gaius' henchwoman all along,
Yeah.
then you've been after us ever since we escaped.
Yeah, sure has.
Al sold you out to His Highness way back in Nia Kara.
He was on your side the whole time.
Hardly. That man's no ally.
Yeah, we kind of got a bit of that in the cutscene where we saw them, but we didn't know their connection to
I'll leave
Alvin
our
at the time.
relationship to your imagination. All I'll say is this. Al drifts from one group to the next like a ship without a compass.
Uh-huh.
Trying to plot his course is impossible. Serves you right for trusting him.
I guess so.
It's obvious that the Lance of Kresnik is the greatest threat if war breaks out. Surely Maxwell realizes this.
Well, yeah, that's why we're trying to destroy it.
Squabbles are of no interest to me. My only concern is keeping that thing out of human hands and preventing a miserable end for us all.
So high and mighty. It's time someone broke your arrogance.
Uh-huh. That's gonna be you guys?
Enough! You didn't become a veteran of countless battles through meaningless bloodshed. Has your youth gotten the better of you?
Probably.
Don't lecture me on age, Ilbert. Your ways are old. Therefore, you falter.
Is he gonna do the Super Saiyan thing? Is that... Yeah, he is. Yeah. This fucking shit.
What just happened?
Uh-huh.
A sudden burst of mana.
He does have a booster.
Why? Who are you?
And now he talks in a fucking foreign language.
What? Is that Longdow?
Went from edgy character to another edgy character. Dude, I swear to God. Wingle is like the worst character in the entire Tale series. I cannot stand him as a character. Where's Jude? We need to try Earth. He is literally, he is a pizza cutter. All edge, no point. Okay, so he's strong against wind, so I don't want to use wind. And then what about Pressa? She's weak to fire. Okay, that's good. Alright, this is a tough battle. But I did eat a meal that gives me 30% increase in both defenses. So I'm hoping that that should be nice and helpful. But he is linked with Pressa, which can be kind of a pain. I don't totally remember what that means, although I think we kind of want to get rid of Pressa first, because she's going to cast Spirit Arts. They're going to be very painful if they hit us. Ow, 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 ow. That was a lot of damage. Alright, so that means Pressa's going to be covering... They're going to be, like, kind of covering each other pretty easily, since they're linked. And I think they might get, like, buffers to attack and stuff by being linked to each other. And they can also do link darts, which will be very scary if they get them off. Ow. Yeah. Alright, what are you at? Okay, we're about halfway through. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. We have really good healing, though. And the good thing is, Jude, Leia, and Elise all have various healing arts. So I basically have 3 healers. Now, Elise is the good healer. She's the one that's, like, dedicated healer. But Leia has first aid, and Jude has healer, so they can do some quick, individualized healing. Oof. As long as we keep Elise nice and stacked on TP, she should be able to handle that pretty well. And, oh yeah, he's taking a ton of damage. Now, I don't remember... I don't think they, like, revive each other or anything. I don't think that's a thing. Get some nice healing going there. Yeah. What are you down to? 3,000? Okay. We got you, although we're all stunned. How do the chains work? So the chains work, basically, as you do damage, the bar over on the left is going to fill up. And once it gets to a certain level, then you can do a linked art. And if you're linked to a particular character, certain arts that you have are going to be able to link with certain arts that they have, and you can just do a linked art that way by triggering the art that links. Once you get to the top, it unlocks Overlimit, and when you're in Overlimit, you can just unleash linked arts one right after the other until the bar goes down. So I'm not totally sure how the game decides that enemies have like linked arts that they're able to do. I think they could just do them kind of whenever. But stop. What am I? Oh, I'm confused. Am I confused? There we go. Oh. Link. There we go. Boom. Alright, so in one more segment I'll get Overlimit. Yeah, you need to charge the bar all the way up, and you need to do a linked art in order to go into the next segment. So you have to, there's incentive to kind of keep using them. So there we go. Now we've got Overlimit, we can do that one, then we can do that one, then we can do that one. And we can do that one again. And you can also switch who you're linked to in the middle of a combo. Like in the middle of a chain. If you're like fast enough to think about, oh, you know, this person I can link this, and then this person I can link that. And you, I mean, since press is weak to fire, I could have tried to hit 3 different people and do fire arts on all 3 of them. I can't remember them that fast. But there's certainly tech to take advantage of it to its fullest potential. That fight was not as hard as I remember it being, so good for me.
What now?
What now is we're gonna go destroy the Lance of Kresnik. Same as we've been doing.
You don't want to play, do you?
Wait! Don't try to stop me.
No, look.
What's up? Here come more people.
I suppose our time is up.
Running away again, Ilbert? It's because you ran last time that King Noctigal ended up the way he did.
Oh, jeez. That sounds important. Hey, Alvin. You fucking asshole. Sold us out again? Alright. This guy really talking shit. That guy talks shit all the time about everything. Yeah, he really is the worst character. It's not that he's it's not that he's a bad character. He's just exactly the kind of character I don't like. That's what it is.
Is it true Hamil was
Super edgy.
I'm surprised that you would care.
Just like overly edgy to the point of like
we were bullied a lot.
Cringe.
But there was a man who gave us fruit, and a woman who put a blanket over me so I wouldn't get cold. They didn't deserve to have horrible things happen to them.
I see.
And having a great spirit running wild?
Yeah, that's the part that's concerning. They had a great spirit with them. How did they have a great spirit with them?
We'll have to head to Rashgal to find out.
There are no great spirits other than the ones that were trapped in the Lance of Kresnik.
Yes.
So what the fuck is that about? That's very concerning. Alright, so we need to go back to Jandu. I'm not going to run back to Jandu. We're going to go ahead and do a little fast travel back to Jandu. So here we are. Can we finally get some fucking wyverns? It's been 2-3 streams now since we were supposed to try to get the wyverns. And then Elise got kidnapped, and then we had to go get royal approval, and then we had to flee from the king, and now we gotta fight both kings, maybe? Of course the kings are bad. The kings are always bad. It's a JRPG. Here we are. Where's Jurgen? There he is. What's up, dude?
Careful. Word of our altercation in the capital may have preceded us.
Hey, buddy. How about those wyverns?
How was your audience with the king?
It was great.
I'm sorry, we'll have to talk later. Can we depart right away?
Well, I guess that's possible. You in some kind of hurry?
Yeah! The king's men are
Shut the fuck up, Tipo.
No need to rush off.
Oh. Oh, really? Actually, really?
Alvin?
They're on a wild goose chase in the mountains right about now.
Uh-huh.
You threw them off our scent? Is this some kind of peace offering?
What? It's only natural I helped you. We're friends, aren't we?
Are we?
Come on, you don't believe me? I know you've put your trust in me before. Would it kill you to give me another shot?
We've given you like 4 shots,
I guess not.
buddy.
Attaboy.
You sold us out to Klein,
Welcome
too.
back. I'm glad that you're safe.
Thanks. You almost sound sincere.
Pot kettle.
If nothing else, it seems that Alvin has bought us some time.
This guy's always selling us out, then keeping us alive.
I asked what's going on, but I don't think I want to know.
That is
You
very
people should have a
true.
lot of drama in your lives.
He's an interesting character.
Ready to fly.
He's an interesting character. I think our party lets him get away with a little too much.
It's finally time.
It's like, yep, there's Alvin. He's probably going to betray us again, but he's with us for now. So I guess that's fine.
We'll saddle up as soon as we're ready.
Right.
But I mean, I guess there's a case to be made for if he's useful, make use of him.
So Zhao is one of King Gaius's henchmen.
Sure was.
4. They're called the Chimeriad because each member embodies a different weapon of the Chimera.
Yeah, see.
Wings, horn, stinger,
Really
and
gonna sell us
fangs.
out whether we want to or
I've
not.
heard rumors
So we might as well have him fight with us while he's here.
It isn't public knowledge, but 2 years ago, hostilities
Yeah, see, a
broke
group
out
of people
on
have a
Shade
title,
Island.
like the Chimeriad. You know you're gonna have to fight all of them at some point.
Soldiers.
This is how it goes.
The rumors say they were wiped out by 4 enemy agents.
4 people defeated 100.
But it's 4 people, huh?
Sounds like we shouldn't wake the beast.
Hold on. Jao. Pressa. Wingle. I count 3. So who's number 4?
Did you introduce this Carla person to Rowan and Mila?
Yeah, I did.
Well, your acquaintances are my acquaintances. Hook a girl up.
Here she goes. Fine, fine. Let's head to Shandu.
Well, we're in Shandu, so that's great.
Are you okay? You look pale.
I'm fine. I just keep thinking about Hamil.
Okay, so
What
Hamil.
happened there isn't your fault.
Shandu. Hamil. Places we need to go for side quests.
I guess that's easier said than done. Maybe it would help to go see Hamil for ourselves.
Any more want to pop up while we're here? Yep.
I am beat. Come on, let's
Shandu Inn. Okay. 3rd side quest. What else? Anything else? It seems like that's all that's popping up right now. Okay. So we gotta find Carla in Shandu somewhere. We have to go to Hamil, and we gotta go to the inn. So the inn's right here, so let's go to the inn. It is nice that they have little reminder skit things that tell you that side quests are opening.
Still having doubts about me, huh?
I can't imagine why, Alvin.
Not the only one. Fine, fine. Remember the first time the 3 of us went to Niakara, and I went off by myself?
Mm-hmm.
The time that I came out of my shrine and Jude was the only one there?
That's the one. I was off meeting with Wingle.
So you had a secret arrangement with them to hand Mila over if she became a problem.
How could you? Stabbing Mila and Jude in the back like that?
Hold
Yeah,
it.
right?
Yeah, I was working a few different angles back then, but this time I was just using that to our advantage. You know, the only reason we were given permission to use the wyverns is because I arranged that with them ahead of time.
Wait, so when you betrayed us in front of Gaius...
Yep. If I hadn't pretended to betray you there, they never would have let us ride the wyverns. That's why I lied and told them you ran in the opposite direction of Shandu.
I want to believe you, but I can't.
double cross, huh?
That reminds me. That pretzel woman we met at
Or is it a
Xillia's
triple
funeral.
double cross?
Seemed like you already knew her.
What do you want to know?
Who is she, really? How can we trust you if you keep hiding information from us?
Hey, alright, calm down. No need to get snappy.
Do you even know what you're putting us through?
I met her when I was working for Rashigal's intelligence service. At the time, she was an Arjul's secret agent working undercover in Fenmont.
And?
Aha.
After that, we became more personally involved. You probably don't want to know the specifics.
Okay, I believe you. But I still don't trust you.
She didn't have very nice things to say about you when we fought.
I'm still angry at you.
Alright, alright.
Alvin, can I ask you one last thing?
Of course.
Tell us why you're helping us. What's in it for you?
You're asking that now? Because I love the hell out of you guys, of course.
Yeah. How about a real answer, though?
More lies!
How could you even think that? I'm hurt.
You could push him for a real answer, or you could just let him get away with it. I guess that's fine, too. Alright. Well, I guess that was probably the thing at the end, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think there's going to be anything in here. Oops. There's Carla, though. Hi, Carla.
Oh, hello, Jude. Good to see you again. Hi, I'm Carla Outway.
We ain't kick him out after the first betrayal. We ain't kicking him out.
Yeah, I
That's
recognize
kind of
I've seen you
exactly
here in the
right.
city before, haven't I?
Name's Alvin. I do get around. It's possible you've seen me before. What about yourself? You must be from out of town if you're staying at the inn.
That's right. I'm from Canbalar. I haven't been home in a long time, though.
Oh, we've been there. Not the most pleasant of trips.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Were you able to meet with King Gaius?
We did. He's a stern man, but clearly very dedicated to his people. In a way, he was kind of amazing.
Kind of amazing, yeah, but super scary. Why can't he just be nice to people?
King
Kind of
Gaius didn't
amazing.
always used to be
It's a
that
very
way.
interesting.
Do you
It's a
know
very
about
interesting
Gaius as
takeaway,
well?
Jude. The dude's literally just like, you know what makes people free? Authoritarianism. And Jude's just like, wow,
The battle only ended due to a giant tsunami.
what an amazing person.
No one's sure why it appeared when it did. It ended up causing dramatic changes to the region's spirit climb. That's how it became Fezabel Marsh, with all its twisted marsh flows.
Oh, right. That Battle of Fezabel. Yup, it's all coming back to me.
I don't believe you,
Wow,
Leia.
You actually remember? I'm kind of shocked.
You don't need to be embarrassed if you don't know. It's never too late to learn.
Oh, Carla, you're so nice. You could learn a lot from her, Jude.
Uh-huh.
During that battle, Gaius led a battalion of Longdao soldiers, even though he was a member of a different tribe himself.
Uh-huh.
At just 20 years old, he led his troops to victory against an entire regiment of the Rashigal army. He was also the first to sense the oncoming arrival of the giant tsunami. He advised the Longdao chief to retreat, but the chief couldn't bring himself to give the order. The tsunami ended up swallowing both armies and wiped out Gaius's entire battalion.
So that's how he became the ornery fellow we all know and love.
There you go.
Gotta hand it to him, though. It is true that most folk want a strong leader to guide them. And he's certainly won the trust of his people.
Gosh, Carla, you really do know all about history.
Yeah.
Well, at least when it comes to King Gaius.
Maybe she's got a little crush on King Gaius.
There just might be. See you later, everyone.
What do you think she meant by that?
I wonder.
Well, there you go. So that takes care of that. What is this?
Plenty of heat between Carla and Gaius, huh?
You make it sound so illicit.
And poor, sweet Jude's left out in the cold.
Poor Jude.
Come on. You know that's not why I'm looking for Carla.
Bet she's waiting in Shandu.
You think I don't know that?
Okay, so I guess the next part of that side quest is here also. I guess we'll find it then. Okay, we still have to go to Hamil at some point. Where is Carla now? she back at the inn? Not sure. Let's see. There's other side quests. We need to go to the Wyverns in order to continue the story, so that's fine. So we know not to go up to where the Wyverns are yet. Oh, is this the thing I think it is? I'm exhausted. That cargo looks pretty heavy. They're all books. Oh, it is. Who knew paper could be so heavy? But if you buy some from me, it would really help to lighten my load. What kind of books are they? Got all sorts of rare finds, like this first edition of the Chronicles of Kresnik. This baby would fetch $5 million at auction easy. Next, we have the fabled book of battle tactics from the legendary Ilbert the Conductor, titled The Complete Tactician. Well, isn't that funny? Not only that, it's a limited edition that contains a supplemental volume of the Conductor's poetry titled Mad Screams of Love. The Conductor's poetry? Mad Screams of Love. How did that get on the market? You've got yourself a sale. Thank you very much. Wait. Surely all of us have done foolish things in our youth that we'd be embarrassed to confront today. Aren't we as adults supposed to turn a blind eye to such things in order to spare others from their shame? Never seen Rowan like this. I'm ashamed to say it, but that only makes me want to read it all the more. Guess that makes me a child still. The only shame here would be abandoning that healthy youthful curiosity in an attempt to seem more grown up than you are. Real men have to hold on to their childlike curiosity for as long as they can, which is why I'm going to indulge mine with this special edition copy of Rowan's masterwork. Sounds good to me. Oh no, I'm so sorry. The book has already been sold to another buyer. Someone in Sherrilton who already paid in full. Oh my, that was a close one. You've broken my heart. So sorry, perhaps I could offer you a free copy of this book by way of apology. Well, I guess we're not reading Mad Screams of Love today. What is this? Looks to be a Longdao dictionary from the great clan of Ojul. Same language that Wingle used after his booster-induced transformation. It was Longdao. Sounds like the bookseller was pulling one over on us. If they're a great clan, why would a dictionary of their language be rare? Actually, she may not have been exaggerating much at all. You see, the Longdao tribe operated under a dual caste system of governance. Upper and lower castes were divided not only by political power, but by cultural differences as well. Even among the upper caste, only a few high nobles were permitted to speak the clan language. It's a privilege reserved for the elite. Studied Longdao during my time in the military, but just barely enough for light conversation. So what was Wingle saying? I wish I knew. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing if I even heard what he said correctly. Would you say Mad Screams of Love in Longdao? Oh dear, and I was so sure I had successfully changed the subject. Let's see, mad? You needn't actually look it up. Oh, Rowan. I think there was a reference, I want to say, in Tales of Zestiria. I think there's a point where you go into, like, the Imperial capital or whatever, and there's a library. And in the library, they make reference to a book called Mad Screams of Love. They do that shit all the time, from game to game. Is there anything going on in here? Nope. Nothing in here. Alright, any other side things? Apparently, Carla is still in the town somewhere. Maybe she went... That's so silly. Yeah. Little in jokes. Alright. Are you back in here? You like on the couch or something? Where the fuck is Carla? I don't know. Is she back up here? They definitely said... Excuse me. They definitely said, Jean Du. That means she's somewhere. Maybe she... Oh, I think I know. I think I might know. Might be near the, arena.
Suddenly started speaking some weird language.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Longdao, the language of the clan that used to rule Azul.
Do you speak it?
Not really, but I can understand it to some degree.
But what made him abruptly start speaking like that?
It appeared to be some sort of battlefield transformation. A side effect of his booster, perhaps.
Does that mean I'll start speaking some weird language too?
Yeah, watch out, Elise.
Be able to talk to anyone.
T-Bow's gonna force you to talk Longdao.
His booster is totally different from T-Bow. And if you did start speaking some weird language, I would totally learn it so we could still talk. Thank you.
Are you good with languages, though?
No.
Well, that's beside the point.
Oh god, alright. Yeah, Tales of Berseria specifically is one that is just absolutely loaded to the brim with other Tales references. I don't think Mad Screams of Love made it into that one, though. Are you here, Carla? For some reason, I vaguely remember you being here. Maybe. I don't know. A travesty. Certainly is. Oh, there she is. I thought I remembered. Hello once again.
Surprised to see you here. What can I do for you today?
Carla, if you don't mind us asking, what's your relation to King Gaius?
No, I sure wasn't expecting that.
Come on. I bet it's a great story.
I appreciate your interest, but I get the sense that Jude isn't asking out of idle curiosity.
No, we need information.
Around the time of the Battle of Fezabel, I was betrothed to a man from the Longdao tribe.
Uh-huh.
It was an arranged marriage, but nevertheless, we fell in love with each other at first sight. Naturally, my betrothed had to go to war with the rest of his tribe, but he never came back.
Because of the tsunami?
No.
It wasn't Gaius, was it?
My betrothed was one of the Longdao chief's aides. He wanted to make a name for himself before we got married. He must have thought that's what I wanted. So when Gaius told the Longdao chief about the incoming tsunami, my betrothed told the chief that Gaius was out of his mind, and swore that a retreat wouldn't be necessary.
Uh-oh.
And Gaius went after him for that?
The few people who survived the tsunami said that my betrothed was still alive after it had passed, and that Gaius was with him.
Interesting.
I can't believe it.
All I know for sure is that he never came back. They never even found his body. I don't know for sure if Gaius did something to him. When I asked the king about it, he refused to answer. After the battle, my father died from an illness, and I never saw my brother Ersten again. I've been alone ever since.
I guess she's not in love with Gaius.
After all that, you'd be nuts not to hate the guy.
Come on, Alvin.
And I bet your hatred for King Gaius is pretty much the only thing keeping you going at this point.
You may be right about that.
I'm sorry.
Now, it's time for me to leave Shandu for a while.
Where are you going?
Somewhere in Azul. See you all around.
Bye, Carla. Alright, well that takes care of that. We still have to go to Hamil for side quests. I think that's everything here in Shandu. But I kind of feel like this is a good opportunity to maybe see what else is popping up in other places. Like if I go to La Ronde, for example, is there anything going on here? Maybe in here? Is there anything? Any side stuff? Well, there's one of these.
They serve food at the La Ronde Lodge, you say?
Yeah. Leia's dad is probably the best cook in town.
If you like, you can come try it for yourself.
I'm literally right here.
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
In the building.
I'm certainly interested.
Is it? Aha. Here we are. There's some food. Oh, that looks like curry.
This looks delicious.
Leia's dad
Of course it's Mabo curry. It's
anyway.
always Mabo curry.
You always did love Dad's Mabo curry, huh?
That doesn't mean I could eat it every day, though.
What do you mean?
It's another running Tales
Leia
joke.
would
It's always
brew
Mabo curry.
over after a fight.
Ah, so it was an excuse to make up.
Yeah.
Looks like
Parents
polygon
were
soup.
always busy and didn't have much time to cook, so it really
It's got
helped us out.
some
And because Leia and I
perfect
used to
cubes
fight
in
all
it.
the time,
You ended up having Mabo curry every
Those
day.
yummy cubes.
Didn't you think to bring over anything else?
Sure, but Mabo curry is special because it's two kinds of food in one. Just like two good friends getting along.
So it was an edible symbol of friendship.
and it kind of worked. From
Definitely
then on, I did
polygon
my
soup.
best not to let Leia get me angry. That way I wouldn't
I'd
have
certainly
to eat
try
raw
it.
curry every night.
I mean, if it tasted like curry.
Hey, that makes it sound like it was always my fault we fought.
It was.
It wasn't always your fault. I'd say around 80%.
No, no. You two settle down.
Enjoy some Mabo curry together.
Aww. Alright, well that was that. Is there anything else? Any more? Any more stuff? That's probably it for now. Okay. Anything in the clinic? Any other side? Oh. Sure seems that way.
Is something wrong? Aren't you gonna go inside?
I really don't want to.
Somebody's lost his nerve.
It's not any easier with you staring.
Jude, you're here.
Oh, great. Oh, hi. Who are you?
Hey, what did I tell you about yelling here? But they told me to run and get the doc.
Oh.
They meant Dr. Mathis, but you're a doctor too. You can handle it, right?
Maybe.
Handle what exactly?
Sure.
Come on, hurry up.
Maybe we should go see what happened.
Alright, what's the emergency?
Jude.
Yeah?
What happened?
It me.
A patient was just brought here. They said she
You're kind of a doctor. I mean, we did get expelled from the medical school, but
we'll have to
that's
wait for your
just,
father to examine her.
you know,
Is he on a house call?
Yes, at the edge of
that's just
town.
politics.
It'll be a while before he gets back.
We're technically a doctor. I can cast healer.
I'll take a look.
Although I'm sure whatever I do, my dad's gonna find a way to say it's wrong.
If we don't do something.
Then what are we waiting for?
There's too many possible causes for it. She needs to be examined at a real hospital.
Hi, Dad.
Dad?
Her mana lobe is hardening from anomalous spirit activity. Ellen, get me the Mustar and the Mikas.
Right away.
Stat.
Dad, if it turns out not to be a spirit anomaly, that medicine would only make it worse.
Help me or get out of the way.
But...
The patient is
Yeah, he's a big dick.
She should be fine.
It's a big old dick.
Thank goodness.
Your judgment was flawless.
That's my job.
But if you had made the wrong diagnosis, she wouldn't have survived.
Of course. I take full responsibility for my decisions.
Because that's what a doctor has to do.
Of course, I take full responsibility if my decision causes a patient to die. That's totally my bad. Cool. Alright, so that's that. That's probably it for here. Just came from Jeandu. Can't go to Cambelar right now because, you know, the king wants us dead. Charlton. See if there's any events in Charlton. I imagine there might be if we go talk to Drizel. She might have something. Might be too soon for that, but... see if there's anything around here first. And then eventually we'll get to the wyverns. One of these days, we will ride some wyverns and actually get to Fenmont. It's gonna happen. We're actually legitimately close to that being a thing. Alright, just double check. This over here, you guys are still... we need a pink emerald for you, which is not happening anytime soon. Those are very much not available yet. Let's see if Drizel has any quests or little scenes or anything for me. If not, then we're done here in Charlton. You in here, Giselle? You do not have a quest. Okay. Cool. Nia Kara. Let's check out Nia Kara. See if there's anything in here. Then we go to Hamil. We know there's something in Hamil because we were told there was something in Hamil.
You know, it is a mercenary's job to fight.
Uh-huh.
Not that I mind getting paid to twiddle my thumbs.
You say that like you didn't just sell us out to the King of Ojul. Kind of. Asterisk. Excuse me. Anything going on over here? Doesn't look like it. Probably not. I think we're safe. Yeah. No side quests here. Okay. Hamil. What do we got in Hamil? There's definitely something here in Hamil. So this is where Rashigal's army invaded. So it's a ghost town now, yeah.
And now more of my memories are gone with them.
But they weren't very good memories, were they?
No, but they're still better than having nothing at all.
Hey, come on. The fruit trees are still here. The mountains are still here.
I don't have memories of fruit.
I do. I remember having fruit curry for dinner once a week.
Oh yeah, the mayor always put apples in it. It was her favorite thing to make. Although, it was a little too sweet for me.
Hey, wait a minute. Tipo can talk about things that Elise isn't even consciously aware of?
Interesting.
I guess so.
Then maybe Tipo can help you remember the things you've forgotten. Didn't you say Shandu looked familiar? If we use Tipo there, maybe you can remember something.
Ooh.
That's very perceptive.
If this works, Elise may even be able to learn something about her parents.
That would be great.
That's a really smart idea, especially coming from
Hey,
you.
fuck you,
Leia.
Tipo.
Why, hey!
Well, it's good to see Elise excited again. Well done.
In Leia's case, I think that was probably half inspiration and half...
Hey, fuck you
blind
too,
luck.
Jude. Everybody's so mean. What the hell? Alright, so there's nobody here because they were all taken. Or killed. But I think there might be... It might be too soon for this, too. Is there one person who's here with a quest? Or is that later? That might be later. Oh, no, you are here. Okay. Village was attacked while I was out working in the fields. I can't believe it. Everyone and everything I've ever known is in ruin. Could be other survivors. Maybe in Aladi Sea Haven. Okay. Alright, Aladi Sea Haven to see if there's any survivors from Hamil. And also Shandu. For Elise. Alright, let's go to Aladi Sea Haven first. And then maybe Wyverns. We're doing Wyverns before the end of the stream, that's for damn sure. Doesn't look like there's anyone here from Hamil. So they really are all dead. Oh, check out this weird thing. Tipo is no weird thing, he's Tipo. Please excuse my daughter's manners. I'm Lauren, the former merchant. Former. Afraid so. My business failed in Fenmont, and we couldn't afford to stay in the city any longer. Just arrived here in Ojul, hoping to make a new start in a new land. You should go check out Hamil. Everyone's gone, so the town's in trouble. What do you mean? Well, and so we told him. You know, it would be a great place to start up a new shop in an empty town where there's no people. We'll try our luck in Hamil. Be honest, no. As long as my family and I are together, we'll be okay. I mean, to be fair, there's probably an empty house you can take. Alright, maybe I'll meet again someday. There's nobody there. There's no competition and low housing. That's... exactly, yeah. I think that is probably what they're angling for. Alright, so... I don't think there's any other events in here. That's probably it. Alright. Let's go back to Hamil just to see if we continue that. Are you here? You are here with a quest. It's Lauren. Isn't the fine folk who told us about this village? Good to see you again. Such a beautiful place. I liked it so much that we decided to live here. It's nice to have neighbors again. Nice enough to make graves for everyone who was killed. This is so, like, weird. Family doesn't have anywhere else to go, but together we can rebuild this village. Alright, great. Since you offered, can we ask you to find us a cow? Sure. Let's go find a cow. If we had cow's milk, we could make all sorts of things. Alright, so I am now your supply chain. I see. Alright. We're gonna take one of these cows. I can has cow. Let me send a cow to Hamil. Sure. Swell. Alright. There we are. There we go. We got a cow. You look distraught. Token of appreciation. Got cheese stew? Hell yeah. Okay. There's one thing I'd like your help with. Started growing dodurians recently, hoping they would be Hamil's next major crop, like oranges and apples. Fruit is delectable, but the husk is like cast iron. No one wants to buy a fruit they can't get open. This is the fastest question. Man, fast travel is the best. Alright, so Leia's father might have a way to open up the husks. Alright. To Larand. And then wyverns. Okay. How do we open up the husks of dodurians? Mr. Rolando. Where are you at? There you are. Dodurians? Mm-hmm. Really good. Not many people grow them because of their husks. Easy to peel off once you freeze them solid with an ice art. Best of all, the ice turns the fruit inside to sorbet. That sounds amazing, actually. Thank you. So we need ice arts. I hope you know how to cast ice arts, Lauren, the merchant. I have discovered the secret.
Where were we going?
Alright. Freeze the fruit with an ice art. It turns into sorbet. That's brilliant. Freezing them would make them easier to ship and sell throughout the world. Gonna hire some people and start growing more right away. Fantastic. Now I want sorbet. There we go. We got a mini top hat and 6,000 bucks. You can just hire people. They all died. Well, I mean, there's a Sea Haven right down the road, I guess, and we can go find some people there. Maybe people fresh off the boat. I don't know. Maybe he'll make a post on Indeed. Where was I going? Was I going somewhere else other than wyverns, or was that it? I was going to Jandu. I have to go to Jandu because of Elise. Right. Okay. And then wyverns. Alright, so we're rebuilding a village that was wiped out. And we're trying to get Elise her memories back. Just a reminder, we are a 15-year-old medical student.
Way too much pressure.
Don't feel like you need to force it, Elise.
And God.
Hey, didn't Wingull use a booster too?
Wingull did use a booster.
That's possible, although his booster seems to be a different type. Do you know anything about him, Elise?
Only that Wingull scares me.
Wait a minute. I think I know him.
Medical students are kind of OP.
You do?
Well, in anime they sure are.
I've got it. Wingull was in the laboratory.
I mean, when you're 15, you're old enough to, like, run a company,
He used to
be a child soldier.
He was the guy who was always in pain from the prototype side
You
effects
name
or
it.
something.
You mean test subject number 1?
Ooh, test subject number 1.
Wingull must have volunteered to be a booster test subject.
The people at the laboratory said they could have never made Tipo without him. Could that mean that Wingull is
my father?
I don't think so.
The experiments had been humane, but can we really trust him?
If nothing else, at least we know the experiments had a purpose beyond mere cruelty.
Well, there we go. I think that's it. Oh, we have Lilium Orb. Was that everybody? Don't tell me it's it's definitely everybody, because we gained a level after that battle. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. And then Wyverns. We will get Wyverns. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's grab this one. And this one. And this one. Jude. Yep, we need you. So Lilium Orb is getting big. It's getting real big. It keeps getting bigger. Alright, so you actually need... Yeah, intelligence. I don't necessarily need to get strength for you, because you're not going to be hitting people with your rod. You're going to be casting magic, so let's prioritize... What is this? This is... Yeah, dexterity. That's fine. Let's do that. Get that crit rate up. Rowan... You are... I think you're a level behind. So... Oh, no, we did that one already. Okay, that's why. That's fine. What is this? This is still... Yeah, let's keep going with that. Okay. And then Alvin. Alvin has 8. What are we working on for him? We did this one already. We did that one up there, so we can do this one. That's good. That's good. Expand the Lilium Orb for you. You still have 3 more to spend. You can do that up here and try to work on dexterity for you also. Okay. So many upgrades. Yeah, I mean, I like the system. It's not too complex. It's a decent system. It lets you kind of customize the characters. The only thing about it is that you are in the Lilium Orb all the damn time. So it is kind of, well, I mean, RPGs are like that anyway, though, right? You're always killing momentum by going into menus and stuff. So it just kind of is what it is. Alright. Cool. I think we're good. I don't think there's any more events that we have. What do we have underway? We have Wyverns, Jetpack Feathers, and then all these are just to be continued. We don't have specific, things for them yet. Great. Wyverns. Time for Wyverns. It is time for wyverns. Jurgen, give me the good news. Where are you at, buddy? You up? What are you? You're just a person. Okay, you're not a quest or anything. There you are, Jurgen. Hello.
Are you ready to head for Fenmont?
Am I ready to head for Fenmont? You fucking better believe it. Just learned to menu turbo speed.
You'll probably have to touch down on a high road nearby, or find some other suitable spot.
There goes.
This is quite difficult. Tivo, shut it!
Are we there yet?
No, not yet.
Huh. This feels safe. But what this means is we're about to go to Fenmont for the first time since the fucking beginning. And that means... Oh, I forgot about this part. That means...
It's so pretty.
that, we're gonna take the fight to Noctical himself. And maybe actually destroy the Lance of Kresnik. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What the hell is that?
It's a big fucking thing.
Everyone, die!
Isn't it just like an RPG to be like, hey, we're going to a place. Might as well throw a big fucking monster in there. Why not? Why not just make you fight a big fucking thing? Well, that's bad. That's bad. Crash bang. And we're back in Charlton.
Watch out!
You looked bigger in the cutscene.
Alvin, are you okay?
No time to chat now, kid.
Alright. So, what is your deal? You are weak to water. That's not great for me. Because I don't really have water. But I don't want to use wind. Okay, so, ow. So we'll just use things that aren't wind. As best we can. I think, if we can do Whirling Assault. That does, like, all the elements, I think, so that should be fine. Whirling Assault. Boom. Stop doing that. That's rude. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. 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 So the good thing is I think we still have the meal buff. I feel like I might have water arts in here somewhere. Do I not have any water? I know I have Aqua Protection, which is, Aqua Protection is a support art. That's not an offensive art, so I can't do damage with it. Death Knell? No, I don't. Alright. We could potentially sub in Rowan. I don't know who I'd sub out though. Maybe Jude. No, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. Is it right stick? It is right stick. That's what I want. Okay. Get Rowan in here. There we go. Now, Rowan, I want your arts to just be... You have Splash, right? There we go. Perfect. Turn everything off except Splash. And there we go. Now you're gonna cast a lot of splash. $34,000, alright. Making progress. There we go. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. 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 There we go. Down to 26. One. All right, yeah, this guy's nothing. This guy's nothing. Ow. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that one. That one does some damage. Beautiful. Hey, maybe don't let Rowan die. There we go. Thank you, Elise. Do I have any... This kind of doesn't really matter anymore, but... What do I have that links with Rowan? Do I have any water arts that link with Rowan? No. No, I don't. Okay. Water coverage in this game is a little tough to get. Ow. So many combo, no links. Yeah, it took that one. Seemed like it took a while. I think it's just racking up damage that builds up the meter. So. I don't know. It's going up quickly now. But yeah, I noticed that. That definitely seemed like it took a while. Sharing is caring. Alright, he's down to 3,000. He's done. Very done. Bop, bop. Got him.
All right, we beat the King of the Sky.
Easy mode.
Makes me the new ruler. Should we call you Queen? On second thought, forget it.
Easy mode. Certainly helped that I still had the meal boost. All right. Can we get to Fenmont now? Oh, hi, Lysithia. I mean, Drizel.
All able-bodied men, to me.
How's it going? We did the work for you.
Ellie, what are you doing here? I'm home.
Young madam.
Rowan? Everyone's back?
We're all back. I mean, I was literally just there.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Way to prevent panic, say nobody panic.
Hi.
I'm sorry to alarm you.
She's trying her hardest.
I thought Azul was invading.
Oh, what's up, Alvin? You tired?
Took a tough hit when you saved me.
Seemed like no big whoop at the time, but now it's really hitting me.
Help us carry him. Does it look like it'll heal?
My lady, I'm just a horse trainer.
Which makes you the most qualified to help.
Well, a wyvern's just a horse with wings, right?
Young madam, please forgive me for the heavy burden I placed upon you when I left Sheraldon.
Isn't that Ilbert, the former chief of staff?
He was a tactician for the Rashagal army, you know.
Really? And he's on our side? That's great.
Hell yeah.
All these rumors of war have everyone on edge lately. Let's head back to the manor before we cause any more commotion.
It's a house things, Giselle.
Trainer says the Wyverns
Holding
need
down the
some time to
fort
recuperate.
ever since Klein was
You all should
assassinated.
rest here in the city while you can.
That may be for the best. We're on the eve of a great battle after all.
Uh-huh.
Everyone should get as much rest as they can.
Huh?
What's wrong? You look as if I just spoke Long Dao.
Mila's making perfect sense. We have had little rest since our departure from Laronde.
And you could use some time to gather your thoughts.
As you say.
This is like the calm before the storm then, I guess. Is everybody separated? Yeah, everybody's all split up now. So we get to do that thing where we talk to all our party members before the big battle. But we actually have to get to the big battle though. Like we're not like at the big battle. We still have to get all the way to Fenmont. That's fine. Where is everybody? Hey, Rowan. How you doing?
Thinking about Noctigal? Maybe this is none of my business, but how did you get mixed up with him?
We first met when Noctigal joined the army as an officer. He wanted to serve, despite his royal birth.
Mm-hmm.
He and I were assigned to the same division. We fought in many battles together. We earned promotions and glory. That sort of thing builds a bond between men. We were truly brothers in arms. It was a glorious time for both of us.
I'm sensing a butt.
However, Noctigal's
There it
growing
is.
influence began to threaten the power of his two elder brothers. The older princes ostracized Noctigal, even as they feared him.
I know what happened next. The sleepless night we all learned about in history class. That brief civil war erupted when the late king passed away before naming a successor. The 6 ruling houses and the lesser nobles split into 2 factions. It was the biggest political upheaval in modern Rashagal history.
Mm-hmm.
And it lasted until Noctigal slew his 2 older brothers with the help of the military. He was a war hero after all.
Well, that's one way to take power.
People rallied behind Noctigal and his new regime.
Noctigal may have won the struggle, but he lost something dear to him. He lost his only ally in the royal family, his beloved sister, Princess Carrie. It hit Noctigal hard. He was overcome with grief.
They didn't teach us.
I love when RPGs mix names like that. Like, you have Noctigal and his sister Carrie.
And there was no one left to check his power.
Not even you?
Many pinned their hopes on me to act as a moderating influence on the king. I chose to leave the army instead. It has been a difficult decision to live with.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It's not even really Noctigal's fault. His brothers caused all this.
Did they?
I agree. Which is precisely why I failed to recognize when Noctigal began to stray from the just path. We turned our eyes away from our duty. He and I both. Despite knowing that doing so would cause many of our people to suffer. In contrast, the King of Azul has never wavered from doing what must be done.
You may be right. Despite both being kings, Noctigal and Gaius definitely left different impressions on me.
The people no doubt see King Gaius as a superb ruler.
He kind of reminded me of Mila, to be honest.
An astute observation. They do share 2 things in common. The will to do what must be done, and the conviction to do it for the sake of others.
It sounds like they go hand in hand.
Yes, I believe all truly strong people possess those two virtues. But Noctigal's convictions became warped, and I lack the will to stop him.
And I'm not saying you will. But if you decide not to fight Noctigal, I wouldn't blame you.
Thank you.
Nah, fuck that. No party members are sitting out.
Leaving me with my thoughts. I will make my decision before it is time for us to leave.
Alright. So that's Rowan. That's Rowan's little scene. Gotta find everybody else. I think they are... Are they scattered throughout the town? They might be throughout the whole town. I think it's possible. Elise! What's up?
What's wrong?
Tipo won't call me Ellie like he used to.
Fuck you, Tipo.
Hey, Elise. You seem glum.
Well, how about finding other people who can get close enough to call you Ellie?
You mean get closer to you and Mila?
Yeah, Tipo should too.
Really?
Hey, it's not like I have lots of friends or anything, but I have enough to know they're pretty priceless. And the best part of friendship is sharing new experiences together.
Yeah. Like a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old going to fight the king. Those kinds of experiences.
Well, I am an honor student. I just think it'd be nice if we all got to know each other better. Don't you think so?
Yes!
Good talk, Elise. Alright. No one's in here. Alright, so we need to find Alvin. We need to find Leia. And we need to find Mila. I think Leia's right outside. You right over here? Yeah, you are. What's up, Leia? How you doing?
Don't creep up on a girl like that.
You okay? You look down in the dumps. You shouldn't push yourself so much. You weren't the healthiest kid, you know?
Do you have to keep reminding me? It's been ages since I've been sick.
I know, but I still can't help but worry.
I still appreciate it. But I'm worried too.
About what?
That do-gooder nature of yours. In case you've forgotten, it's what got us into this mess.
Maybe you shouldn't have come in the first place.
Wow,
I'm here
Jude.
for my own reasons, thank you.
Like what?
Those Spyrexes are trouble. I want to destroy them.
Because Mila said so?
That's part of it. But I've actually seen one before.
Seriously?
It was a really long time ago. I know how terrifying those things are.
Interesting.
Why are you trying to destroy the Spyrexes in the lands of Kresnik?
Because Mila,
Because Mila
yeah.
said so?
That's yup.
No, that's not why.
That's totally why.
If you need a reason.
You don't have one?
I do. I just rather keep it to myself.
Jude's in love with God.
You know, destroying the lands of Kresnik is the last thing on our to-do list.
Huh?
What are your plans afterward? Will you head back to Fenmon and finish becoming a doctor? Or will you come home to
I don't know if they're gonna let him back in, is the question.
I haven't had a chance to decide yet.
Just assuming you can go back to the medical
Just need
school.
to finish what we've started.
Especially if we go kill the king.
Yeah. You're right. Let's finish this job together.
I mean, technically we're not going to go kill the king. We're going to destroy the lance. We're assuming the king is gonna, like, stand in front of the lance and be like, you gotta go through me first, though.
What Mila's going to do when this is all over?
Seems like a reasonable expectation. Alright. Who else is around? Alvin and Milo, we need to find them. Doot, doot, doot. I think Alvin's outside here. Honestly, don't remember where Mila is. Although it could be saving her as, like, after I talk to everybody else, then maybe Mila pops up somewhere. Alvin, are you, like... Yeah, you're here. That's right. Sup, dude? Penny for your thoughts?
All healed up?
Don't worry about it. It was my slip-up.
Yeah, but still.
Huh?
You having problems casting spirit arts lately? I failed like 1,000,000 times by now.
You too? It's like the spirits aren't even there to help us
People are
anymore.
noticing the spirits are dying.
Just like back at Fenmont. I bet this is the Lance of Kresnik's influence.
Hey, this guy's saying the spirits are disappearing, and it's the King of Rashagal's fault.
You shouldn't joke about such things. The spirits would never leave us.
Honestly, do you get a kick out of spreading tall tales?
They don't believe me.
Of course not. You can't just tell them something like that out of the blue.
I guess I'm just a shady guy. The townspeople don't trust me, and neither do you.
Well, how can you blame us?
Hey, that's not true.
Oh? I save your life, and suddenly you trust me again?
You're still a big fat liar. But a trusting one. Throughout this whole trip, you've never doubted a thing I told you. Even when I said the spirits had disappeared, you believed me on the spot.
Interesting.
Because it's the truth. When someone uses a Spyrix, spirits die. It's cause and effect.
Yeah, but why do you just, like, believe that?
No skin off my nose if spirits wink out of existence. But it's another story if the result is we humans suffer.
But spirits are living things too.
Listen to you. You're sounding more and more like the great Maxwell every day.
That wasn't the point. Don't make fun of me.
I'm not trying to. I just mean you've finally started talking like a bona fide grown-up.
Huh? Like Mila, huh? I wonder if I can protect humans and spirits too. Thanks.
Well, how about that?
Times like this, I miss being a kid. Life was so simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Growing old sucks, doesn't it? Alright, where's Mila? Does she appear back over here? Or... No, she's not here. Where? I gotta find her. Where the fuck is she? I don't remember. Where are you at, Mila? Over here, maybe? Tails really do it in the fields every once in a while. Yeah, they sure do. They know how to write a good story, most of the time. Where the fuck is Mila? Maybe she's back in the manor. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's only so many places she could be. Maybe she's in the inn. Almost certainly not, but maybe she's in here. You in here, Mila? No? Didn't think so. Alright. You gotta be back at the manor. There's no other places. 5 gold. Thank you. 5 whole gold. Oh, there she is. Hi, Mila. What's going on? You ready to go take the battle to the king's doorstep and destroy the lance, and then everything's all good again? Journey's over?
back here again? It seems like forever ago that you were injured.
Have you figured out your mission? What you must do?
I just want to help you out.
I see.
But that's not all. I want to protect the spirits as well. You go to such lengths to protect humans. So it's only fair that I become strong enough to protect spirits too.
You will strive to be our protector.
I strive to be
A bold statement.
on the same level as God.
Maybe I've been
I
wrong
guess,
about
apparently.
humans after all. I never imagined one of you wanting to protect our kind, let alone making it his mission. I'm almost speechless. I've never felt this happy. Now I really must destroy the Lance of Kresnik, for all our sakes.
Hell yeah.
That reminds me. What are you planning on doing after you've destroyed the Lance?
Destroying the Lance and the Spyrex devices is merely one facet of my mission here. My whole reason for existing hasn't changed.
So you'll return to Nia Khera and live the way you did before?
Most likely.
But with Exodus around, won't your life still be in danger?
Also likely.
What you need is a bodyguard, someone to watch your back.
Are you offering to stay with me?
Is that possible?
Look, you're really hot, though.
If that's what you decide to do, then you should do it. I'll need to create some story to keep you by my side.
Really?
It's funny because, like, he really does feel like a 15-year-old kid who's in over his head.
Standing here right now, preparing
Whereas a lot of games or shows or stories, RPG-style stories, have, like, your 15, 16, 17-year-old protagonists acting basically like adults. He really does feel like a 15-year-old kid.
Just the pair I was looking for. Your wyverns have fully recovered.
Let's return to the plaza.
Okay.
Thanks, Drizel. Alright. The wyverns are all patched up, huh? Here goes. Going to Fenmont. For real this time.
Where's Alvin?
Of course, where's Alvin?
He's proudly figuring out his next lie.
Fucking got him.
That's not true.
What does everyone else think of Alvin? Would you feel safe going into battle with him?
He's just trying to help out his mom, right? I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
I worry he himself will be unable to deal with that way of life much longer.
Don't forget, Alvin was the one who saved me from the bad guys.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
We'll need to keep up our guard around him until he reveals his hand. He remains trustworthy in battle, at least.
No, it's not polite to talk about someone behind his back.
Oh, hi, Alvin. How's it going? Can you blame us?
I don't care.
What can I say? You guys are my only allies.
That makes everyone. Let's be off.
Please wait.
Rowan, are you really gonna fight with your old buddy?
It is my fault that Noctigal became the man he is. I am prepared to fight him when the time comes.
You have our support.
Don't worry. I'll be right behind you.
Hell yeah.
I've got your back, too.
Power of friendship gonna take down the king. Let's do it.
Everyone.
Don't worry. I'll pick up your dentures if you drop them, Grandpa.
Please do.
What, no pithy retort?
I guess that means we're all ready.
Let's make our final preparations before setting off.
Alright, well, if we have to make our final preparations before setting off, let me get another order of veggie sticks. Because that's a really good meal. Where's veggie sticks? Veggie sticks. Yeah. 30% increase of physical defense and art defense. Let's just get one of each of them. That's good. Okay, cool.
I was staring at the windmill, and now the world keeps spinning.
Oh, Elise. Alright.
Flying was so much fun! The wyverns weren't as scary as I thought they'd be.
I'm just glad they didn't eat you.
Too bad they didn't eat Alvin the traitor.
Oh, did I forget to mention wyverns only eat children? But they don't eat their flesh. They nibble away at their souls. So gently that the kids don't even notice. While you were enjoying soaring through the sky, most of your soul could have been chewed away.
That's a lie! That's total nonsense! I was right to be afraid!
They make it too easy.
Alright, Drizel. We're ready. You finished everything you need to do. I think so. Depart, yes. Think we're good.
Thank you for everything.
It's time to finally
Please return home safely.
get past Fort Gondala. Basically, at this point, we're just flying over Fort Gondala.
You have my word, young madam.
That's really all it is. Here we are.
I believe we just need to follow this road to reach Fenmont.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So we're here. Now where's my map? Okay. So this takes me to Fort Gondala. So this is the other side of Fort Gondala. It's down this way.
It is a mercenary's job to fight. Not that I mind getting paid to twiddle my thumbs.
We have a save point over here, which I would like to hit up right quick. So this is Fort Gondala from the Fenmont side. And then if we keep following whatever this place is, it is the Bernauer High Road. We will get to Fenmont.
And the walking begins.
And the walking begins.
So you can see why it wouldn't be practical to ride the wyverns into Fenmont.
You get spotted right away.
Yes, there'd be no avoiding a battle, and civilians would get dragged into it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But is it really okay to leave the wyverns alone like that?
They shouldn't have anything to fear from the monsters.
Because the monsters are their friends?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The wyverns may look docile, but they can be quite tough when they need to be. Monsters aren't their friends. Monsters are their food.
Really? Oh, I was right to be afraid.
Once again. Alright, so I think I believe there's a mysterious jewel here. Somewhere. Question is, do I remember where? Oh my god. Encounter link? Come on now. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You weak against fire, okay. What are you guys weak against? Light. Interesting. I think Shimmer Spin is light. Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one. There we go. Okay. Got it in just before the buzzer. Nice.
No one can stop me.
No one can stop me!
Oh my god. Alright. Let's hop down here, grab ourselves some agility and some HP. Who else? Oh, Mila. Oh, I think, yeah, everybody leveled up after the Sky Monster fight, and I just didn't have them in my party to, okay. Okay, well. You're done, and you have 4 more. Okay, good. And that one. Okay. Everybody caught up now. We're all caught up. Open the treasure chest. That was the whole reason I came over here, for mushroom powder. Great. Thank you. That's what I always wanted. Desperately wanted that mushroom powder. Okay, that's important. I'll take the elixir. I'll take that for sure. Alright, so let's see if there's any other, like, holes in the wall. What?
Oh dear. Jude, your clothes are torn. Please, hold still for a moment. Be done in just a jiffy here.
Wow, as good as new. Thanks.
Nice job. Those are Jude's best clothes, you know. He spent days fretting over exactly what to get. He bought them for his move to Fenmont because he was terrified he'd look like a country bumpkin.
That's surprisingly adorable of you.
Go right ahead. Blab all my secrets.
That's a fine story. Please, take good care of them.
How did you get to be so good at sewing, anyway?
I learned it when I was in the military. Originally, it was just so I could sew up the lips of any of my men who leaked vital information. After that, I took up needlepoint as a hobby.
Well.
Oh, that's such an embarrassing story, though. Let's
How about that?
keep a secret between us.
Guess that's one secret she won't spill.
Well, there you go. Alright, any other spots in the wall? Yep, right here. Right here, what do we got? Give me something good. Okay. I will need to use those at some point. Because I have my full party back, and I can actually, like, think about who to give them to. So this has 2 exits, right? Yeah. There's an upper and a lower area. I think... Is the mysterious jewel down here in a hole? It might be. Is it this? Is it this? Dude. Why is my, like, best skill remembering dumb shit in video games? It's such a useless fucking skill. Ugh. But man, do I remember shit. It's like that is just so easily Googleable. There's no need to remember it.
What a relief. I should have known things would be fine at the manor.
Yeah, Drissel really kept things together.
Oh, I knew Lady Drissel would do fine. I have great faith in her strength of spirit.
Then what were you so concerned about?
I couldn't stop worrying that I had forgotten to shut off my bedroom lamp.
Oh dear.
You were that worried about a lamp?
What if I had caused a fire? I couldn't get the thought out of my mind.
I can relate to that. Once the worry sets in, it never leaves. Ever since I left home, I've been wondering if I remembered to close the lid on my bottle of dried gels.
I certainly hope you did. Dried gels swell up and burst if they absorb too much moisture.
Maybe I should send a letter home and ask Dad to check.
We're on our way to pick a fight with a king, and this is what keeps you up at night?
Yeah, man. Come on, Leia. Have you never, like, left your house, gotten in your car, started driving, and then couldn't remember if you locked the door? We've all been there. I mean, I haven't gone to go fight a king or anything, but, you know. Oh, we got the lumen trees over there. We can climb up here. Okay, let's climb up here. Oh, yeah, I see it. Hold on. God damn it. Better be worth it. What is it? Devil wings. Totally worth it. Okay, who gets devil wings? Elise? It's gotta be Elise. It's top knot. Oh, yeah, absolutely not. No. Where's devil wings? Yeah, there we go. She should have the top hat too, right? Is there a little top hat? Mini top hat, there we go. Yup. Perfect. Give Leia pigtails. Nah, looks stupid. Bedhead. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay.
Whoa, you look super great with that new look.
You sound like Tipo.
Alright. Gotta put on my little devil wings to go fight the king. Almost feels like you're not taking this seriously. Alright. So where does this take me? I remember this area being on the big side. I think, is this another area that connects Central region? Okay, so yeah, right. We have and then there's another region. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not gonna explore like thoroughly. I basically just want to find holes in the wall. I already found the mysterious jewels. So that's like the major thing. Holes in the wall usually have like good treasures. Things like elixirs or gels or treats or specifics, things like that. Those are the important ones. Magic emblem. Increases art attack by 5%. That's pretty nifty. That should probably go on Rowan, if I ever use him. Alright, so we have 15 mysterious jewels. That means there's 8 left. There's 23 total. I know off the top of my head. I know 1, 2, 3. I know at least 3 of them. I think there's probably one in Zagat Flood Meadow, which would be 4. Then I don't know for sure where the other ones are. At some point, I am probably going to have to whip out a quick guide to get the last ones. But that's endgame stuff. I'm not worried about that yet. Not even a little bit. Starting to get dark. Starting to get to the night climb. That's how you know we're getting close to Fenmont. Alright, that's the whole area. I could fight these guys. I don't really feel like it. Got fruit salad. That's a good fresh fruit salad, I'm sure. Alright. Here we are in the final area. Those spots connect. These spots connect. This is the final area. There's Fenmont right up ahead. So of course you know we have to save that for next time.
Is it me or did it suddenly get all dark?
That's the night climb. We must be close to Fenmont.
We can't go fight the king right now. I believe that's what they call a cliffhanger. Pointy talons, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I came in here. Thank you. Now I'll be able to expand the shops again. Which reminds me, I probably... Great. Probably should have maybe considered... What are you weak against? Light. Okay. We need you for that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to access the shops in Fenmont. Might be able to. Probably should stock up on potentially getting like treats and specifics and stuff. They might be useful for whatever's coming up. I have no idea what's actually coming up, of course. Could be anything. Hey Jude, maybe don't die, Jude. What the fuck? Wanna resurrect him, Leia, please? Thank you. Jesus. Excuse me, thank you. Ugh. Stop guarding. Maybe we do need Alvin in here. Yeah. 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 Healing. Beautiful. Got him. It's worth quite a bit of experience. Okay. Well, anyway. See if there's any more things to find. There's a treasure chest. It's not a treasure chest, it's a sack of crap. Oh, alright. $1,000. Guess it's not crap. Jet black feathers. One of these days I will spend them on things. I will never remember to spend them on things. Will never, ever remember to do that. Melange gel. Alright, well. I guess we can give one to Elise. Here you go. Alright. Any more things to find before we head into Fenmont? That takes me back to the other spot where I came from before. This, yeah. We've been down there. There's an Ifrit Arc. What's in here? Warrior Above. Grants Leia access to the Sky Soldier skill. Okay. I'm intrigued. Sky Soldier skill. What is this? When attacking in the air, damage dealt to enemies increases by 25% and TP consumed decreases by 25%. No kidding. Okay, well. How are we going to clear up space for that? Huh. We can turn that off. We can turn off flash guard. That's not enough. guess we can turn off Assault too, because I'm not actually gonna... I'm not actually going to control her. So I don't need the extra AC. I think that's a good trade. I think that'll be worth doing. Nothing in here. Fuck you. Alright, well. I think that's pretty much the whole area. There's a treasure chest over there. Let's open that up. Pineapple. Oh, shit, yeah, okay. Glad we got that. Take that for sure. Okay, so where am I going now? I'm going up here. And then over here. And there's a save point. That seems like a pretty good spot to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. Whether you're watching live here on Twitch or after the fact on the Twitch VODs or after the fact on the YouTube VODs, however you're watching, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. We are right on the verge of Fenmont. We walk into Fenmont, and I think we can go shopping. I think we can like shore up all our resources. Thanks for hanging out, ATD09. Take care. The next stream is going to be, what's today? Monday? Yeah, Thursday. Thursday the 19th. 7 p.m. Eastern Time till about 9:30-ish. We go into Fenmont. I think we're going to be able to, like, heal up and get our gear in order and everything. And then that's where the Lance of Kresnik is. So, ideally, in our heads, we're thinking we're going to go in and deal with the Lance of Kresnik and maybe have to fight the king. In reality, who the hell knows what's going to happen. But it's certainly going to be climactic, so I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time until about 9:30-ish. And we're going to go into Fenmont and destroy the Lance of Kresnik. Good night.